If you have 5 products in your portfolio and if the customer is consuming 3 of them, then he is more loyal than someone who is buying only one but at a very large scale.
Noted.
So the horizontal aspect of loyalty is extremely important, and that's what we are focusing on.
So do you think tier 2 and tier 3 is having the same consumption pattern what tier 1 is having?
Absolutely. In
Is
fact,
it? Okay.
Gen Z is more informed. Okay. So the brands will have to engage with them, co-create with them, do a lot of UGC, where they are a part of the conversation. So it is not going to be a monologue conversation which the brands would do. It will be a co-creation which will happen. We believe that people are buying and consuming every time. How are we able to being relevant is extremely important. I only buy brands which I like. Whether you give me 70% off, you do a flash sale, you do buy 2 get 2, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
If I don't want the brand, I'm not going to buy it.
Right. Today we are having a very interesting guest with us, Mr. Jiten Mahendra. So hi Jiten.
Hey, hi.
Let us have a quick introduction part.
Hey, thanks Abhishek for having me here. So just to give you a quick background about myself, I have been fortunate to work around more than 5 plus industries. And that's actually a dream for a marketer.
Yeah.
To start I started with an ad agency, worked on an FMCG, automobile, OTC, paint, fashion, and edtech. So I think that is almost like everything where the consumer facing, and I had an opportunity of working there.
So currently I hope you're working with
So I
Shoppers.
currently work with Shoppers Stop.
Yeah.
I am the customer care associate and CMO for Shoppers Stop.
Great. So in this episode, we will be understanding how marketing in your industry, such as be it FMCG, be it retail, how that goes around. Okay. Because in our previous episode, we covered how marketing goes around tech industry and how marketing goes around real estate industry. But my viewers are looking for something in which we can understand marketing in this retail spaces, how marketing goes around this. So can you please just put up that how that goes exactly?
Yeah. So Abhishek, before answering you on retail, I want to tell you that the commonalities across all the industries which I had the opportunity of working with. So one of the key of stuff is that the customer wants engagement.
Yep.
Okay. Product is extremely critical. Okay. And the value proposition what you're creating is extremely critical. The difference between retail and other industries is that in other industries the product life cycle is for 3 years, 3.5 years, 4 years. Then you do a relaunch, you rebuild. Whereas here, every 45 to 60 days, the product itself changes.
Okay.
Because of the seasonality, whether it is summer, winter, whether it is festive. So when your product keeps on changing every time, vis-a-vis in an automobile where your product will change after 3.5 years, in a FMCG in 2 years, where you're doing a refresh, you're getting in a complete new product.
Okay.
So that I think makes the retail marketing extremely exciting and different.
So you have worked across industry, be it working with BYJU'S, working with any automobile company such as Mahindra. How this segment is different from those segments?
So one, obviously the product piece.
Okay.
Second is that the involvement of customer is very high. So let's take an automobile. I want to buy an automobile. Every 5 years, you keep on changing your car. Okay. So before buying a car, you will be 6 months or 1 year in the market to look for or select the car which you want to buy the next. Whereas in this case, you're always on.
Okay.
Because the entry price, the ticket price, the involvement of the category, and there is a lot of impulse purchase which happens in this category. So you're always on. You come across a good shirt, a good t-shirt or a good watch, you are quick enough to buy. You don't have to really plan for it, sort of a thing. So the customer is always on. In-market customer size is far higher compared to a real estate or an automobile or an edtech.
Right. Exactly. But again, when it comes to handling customers, see, now one thing which is very famous or which is very renowned in the industry, in the marketing industry, that is omni-channel. If you see anyone who is having a business, they want to diversify their portfolio, or you can diversify their platforms, such as I want to be present in Amazon also, Myntra also, XYZ. So how your organization, how you plan it basically when it comes to omni-channel?
Yeah. See, I think omni-channel is the customer. The customer has become omni.
Okay.
So just to give you an example, you might be buying a watch from a brick and mortar, but you would be buying a fragrance from a online. Okay. So even the categories which you buy online and offline can differ. Or it can be an extension of a replenishment. So you know that I like this brand, this size. Instead of going to a brick and mortar store, I can buy online. So it's a replenishment which takes place. Or categories where my involvement is very high, like a jewelry.
Okay.
I want to go to the store. I want to see that diamond necklace. I want to feel the experience. I might see the design online because the assortment online will be higher and it might not be physically in the store. But I will definitely go and buy it in. So the ROPO part, the research online and purchase offline pattern, okay, is becoming bigger and bigger. Okay. Now, and for that, the brands have to become omni.
Okay.
Now, that's the key reason, a brand needs to be omni.
So when you say omnipresence, I mean like what all platforms are mandatory for you to focus upon? Because you guys are having n number of SKUs with you. It's not only just clothing. There are several things. So how do you plan your omni channel?
So see, the journey for a brand like Shoppers Stop versus a journey for a D2C brand which is holding his own private label is completely different.
Okay.
If you have to go omni. So now a brand like Shoppers Stop, which is a destination, a retail destination, and houses multiple brands. So Shoppers Stop has 500 plus premium brands which are selling in.
Yeah.
They might be selling through their online channel. They might be selling through shopperstop.com. They might be selling through Myntra. They might be selling through Amazon and so on and so on.
Right.
So the strategy for a Shoppers Stop is very different.
True.
Okay. Vis-a-vis, I am a D2C brand which I want to sell through my channel.
Okay.
Plus, I want to sell through a Myntra. I want to sell through a Amazon. Okay. The strategy there would be that marketplaces are more for reach. Okay. And the own website is more for curation, selling high products. Okay. Similarly, someone at Shoppers Stop. So just to give you an example, that Shoppers Stop has private brands. Shoppers Stop has private brands. When I say Shoppers Stop's own brand, okay. If you have to buy that, you have to come to shopperstop.com.
Okay.
Plus, if you are looking to buy watches, fragrances, or an exclusive collection, okay, Shoppers Stop also acts like a marketplace for all these brands.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So that's where I think the strategy for a D2C and a store, a multi-brand store like a Shoppers Stop is very different.
So how basically a funnel is planned? See, whenever we are making any marketing campaign or we are doing any marketing promotion, we usually plan a funnel. It's like awareness, consideration, and sale. So how it goes for a brand like Shoppers Stop, such like you?
So see, Shoppers Stop, there are two levels of it. One, Shoppers Stop as a brand, okay?
Okay.
That is the top of the top funnel. And then there is a traffic which is coming through the category route. So you are looking for watches. Just to make you, get you some data, Shoppers Stop is the second largest watch selling company in the country.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So the amount of watches we sell, okay, and watches have a very high average bill value. Okay. So our average bill value of watch anywhere between 13 to 15,000 rupees.
Okay.
Is what the customer is buying on shopperstop.com
In
because of
online?
Online.
Okay.
Because of the credibility.
Okay.
Okay. Offline, obviously, we sell the highest, but because of the credibility of Shoppers Stop, watches is one of the top 3 categories for us in terms of online.
Okay.
Which might not be the case with other e-commerce players. Similarly, for fragrances, because people know that there are a lot of spurious product available. So Shoppers Stop becomes a very important, choice to buy fragrances. So Shoppers Stop traffic comes from Shoppers Stop, which is the brand, the mother brand, and then the category route.
Acha, got
And
it.
the third very important piece is our loyalty program, which is the Omni. Okay. So as you know, we have one of the biggest loyalty program called First Citizen Club.
Okay.
And that program has more than 10 million customers.
Okay.
Part of it. Okay. And they contribute to almost 65 to 70% of the business. Okay. So how do you get them online from the offline space? Becomes extremely important. So that's the third funnel which we work in.
Oh, so my understanding as well, there is no different funnels for different products. It's just for categories.
It is for category because see, nobody is going to come to buy Adidas to me.
Right.
Because there is adidas.com available.
Right.
What people are going to come is that I want to buy sneakers.
Hmm.
So I will have a Adidas, I will have a Puma, I will have
A category
Eco.
under, yeah, got
so,
it.
So we will not go brand specific, we will go category specific. In that, certain brands will automatically get picked up.
Okay.
Okay. So and then for our private brands, like we have brands like Kashish, Bandya, Fratini, which are our own private labels, which are only selling through Shopper Stop. There we go the brand route.
Oh, got it. So again, when you say that you're planning it via brand route, so nowadays if I see, people are shopping more online rather than offline. Like taking my consideration by myself, what I do all my research online. I go to offline store. I see the prices. If I see something below below price over online, I'll purchase it via online. So is there any sales drop because of this? Because people are now purchasing more from online rather than offline.
See, it doesn't happen in apparels.
Acha.
Apparel is a experience driven category.
Okay.
Okay. So, and no brand is having multiple price points to operate.
Okay.
Unlike a mobile or an electronic, a gadget where the marketplace itself is discounting.
Okay.
Okay. In apparel, it doesn't happen that way. So if I'm buying a Levi's 501 and I'm talking about the current season, the price point in the store and in the online is going to be similar. Okay.
Acha.
Unless you are buying 2-season old stock, which you are not even aware of.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you might end up buying it. Similarly, apparel. So just to give you in perspective, 95% of the business is still brick and mortar in apparel and fashion.
Oh.
Only 5% is online. Okay.
Okay.
And even for a brand like the marketplaces like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, they are also selling the brands which are selling brick and online only,
Right.
offline only. It's
Offline.
not like they have created their own brands which are selling.
Right.
So creating a brand online is extremely difficult. It is the offline brands which get sold in the online space.
Oh.
And that's where you see a separate stream of D2C brands.
Right. Got it. Huh.
And they have a tough journey to do. And you will see a lot of D2C brands are now opening up their own stores. Okay. So if you are a brick and mortar guy, you want to strengthen your online journey so that you get that additional reach and your offline customer can shop with you online. And if you are an online customer, you want to get into an offline space, whether you want to be in a brand, in a store or in a mall or in a Shopper Stop, you will call. For example, look at Mokobora.
Okay.
It started as a D2C brand. It is available inside Shopper Stop.
Got
Okay.
it.
So that's the journey. It is always going to happen that way. Yeah.
Got it. Before this podcast, we were just having a discussion about how Gen Z is trying to get into this, and they are only having that thing. They are not transactional as of now. So, what do you think about Gen Z as a generation when it comes to shoppings?
Yeah. See, it's a evolution. So if you look at for Shopper Stop, current TG is millennials because that's where our core TG is. Okay, our secondary TG is Gen Z, but Gen Z currently contributes to 43% of the business happening in the market across industries, I'm saying. And they are going to play a very important role in the coming 2 years. They're already playing and they're... See, what our understanding on Gen Z is, there is a large level of engagement, cost-driven, they are more value-focused. They are looking forward for celebrating micro occasions more than the millennials. And our data says and our research says that a Holi is more important for a Gen Z because they are more social friendly. Now, when I say social friendly, not physically social friendly, but more digitally social friendly. So for them, every occasion which gives them an opportunity to do social initiatives, whether it is on a Insta or a Facebook or whatever it is, they look forward for such things. So with all this, the apparel obviously plays a very important role because you want to celebrate every occasion, every outing, every small moment. So Gen Z is going to lead the consumption. In fact, the funnel is very clear that there are multiple occasions to interact with Gen Z.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because you need to understand, Gen Z is actually a generation which is which is not really obsessed about roti kapda makan.
Right.
You know, it's a generation which wants to live life. It believes in rewarding self. You know, this was not the case with the earlier generations. Okay, so they are not actually drained or drowned with EMI,
Responsibilities and
buying a house, and paying that loan. So they want to live, and that's where I think the consumption will really go up for them.
Right. Once the purchasing power, or you can say their ability to purchase more, one
In their ability to purchase more is automatically there because they don't have anything to
responsible.
I would not say responsible. They are not operating from the mindset of saving for tomorrow.
Got it.
They are operating from the mindset of living their life. For them, wellness is very important. Health is critical. Cause is critical. They are living in the present, which I think is a great thing.
Okay. So, but when it comes to data, also, I was just having a data the other day. I was just reading it. It says that out of 100%, 43% of Gen Z usually do shopping online, and they visit several websites, and then they make up a decision. So, isn't that a concerning part for a brand wherein they need to be present everywhere? They need to cut up their margins. So, isn't that a concerning part?
See, searching for a brand online is a very good thing.
Okay.
Because if, as we talk right now, every brand is having 5 million, 4 million followers, engagement happening across
Right.
all the channel. Brands are very much, in the game of engaging with the customer. It doesn't say that Gen Z is looking for the cheapest product to buy.
Okay.
Okay. Gen Z is more informed.
Hmm.
Okay. So the brands will have to engage with them, co-create with them, do a lot of UGC, where they are a part of the conversation. So it is not going to be a, a, a monologue conversation which the brands would do. It will be a co-creation which will happen. And I think it's good because one of the biggest worry for a brand is that if the customer is not engaging with the brand.
Right.
Okay. If the customer is engaging with the brand, whether it engages with them online, offline, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You are happy. You're in a happy space.
Right.
Because you can connect with them, you can get them back, and they're talking to you. I think that's the most important thing for us.
Got it. So again, I was just again reading about Shopper Stop, and I spotted a very interesting thing, that is loyalty programs. So Shopper Stop is someone who actually invests a lot in loyalty programs, and all of my friends and you can say in my circle, everyone knows about it. So how do you plan any you can say offers or anything when it comes to loyalty program? Does that actually work? Because when it comes to other platform, there is nothing known to be a loyalty program. For example, in real estate, when it comes to that, we don't market anything such as loyalty program. So that usually happens in this kind of industry only. So how do you plan that?
See, I think people have been using the word loyalty slightly loosely.
Okay.
Giving a point is not loyalty.
Okay.
Okay. It's a reward program. It's a reward.
Okay.
So there is loyalty and rewards. Okay. Giving a point on a purchase is reward. Okay. Loyalty is where you are able to add value to the customer by creating personalization, by creating cohorts, persona. You know that, okay, this type of customer is interested in music. This type of customer would like to spend time with the family. So the detailing of customer insight, the analytics, is where leads the loyalty. Loyalty is not about offers and discount. That's the reward thing.
Okay.
That you shop for this much. So even in real estate, even in paints, there are dealer loyalty programs. They will have this saying that you buy this much of paint, you will get a trip to X country. If you buy this much, you'll get it with your family. Similarly, with real estate, you will have your DSAs and influencers achieving targets and agents going to Vietnam and so on and so on. So these are all reward. When we talk about loyalty, we are saying that X customer who is, and we are saying, and the endeavor is to make a customization to a level where the customer feels that you know them.
Okay, right.
Now that's the level of conversation. So we have approximately 70 plus data points to tell that, okay, how is this customer different from the other customer?
Okay.
Based on his product consumption, based on the store, based on the online, based on the brand. Okay, so we can know very clear affinity that if these are the three brands, if the customer has consumed, or if this was a recruiter brand, what type of customer he or she is, what will he like, what will he not like. So it's just not about. So in fact, just to today loyalty is not about who is buying more. Today loyalty is not about making the customer buy more. That's a very vertical way of looking at loyalty. Loyalty today is horizontal.
Okay.
If you have someone coming to you 4 times,
Mm-hmm.
that guy is far loyal than someone who's buying for 1 lakh rupees once.
Right.
Because that's not what loyalty is about.
Right.
If you have 5 products in your portfolio and if the customer is consuming 3 of them, then he's more loyal than someone who is buying only one but at a very large scale.
Noted.
So the horizontal aspect of loyalty is extremely important, and that's what we are focusing on. So we do a lot of cross, channel loyalty. So we actually give offers. If you go and enroll yourself in a Shoppers Stop loyalty program, you will get a gift voucher for shopperstop.com.
Okay.
That you download the app and you will get this offer, because we want that customer to be with the brand even in the online space. Similarly, we have multiple alliances and tie-up, and ours is a paid program. So when I say paid program, it's not like just taking a mobile number and an email ID and you become a loyal. If at the entry level also you have to pay 350 rupees
to get the
become a program, and on the top level you have to pay 4,500 rupees.
Okay.
And every year you have to redeem it by paying 3,500 rupees.
Okay.
It's almost at par with any credit card you buy.
Right.
Okay, and that's the type of program, and people are perceiving value in it and they are renewing it. Now that's where the loyalty piece comes in.
Okay.
So when we do Pujo, we are actually taking the black card customers and doing a dinner or a lunch with their family in a 5-star hotel.
Okay.
Because it's not transactional, it is relationship driven.
Okay.
And that's where, so if you look at CRM is customer relationship management. We have comfortably taken the reward aspect and made it loyalty. Loyalty is not equal to rewards.
So just to get to understand, for example, let's say if, there are 100 people doing X number of business. Out of that 100 people, how many % of business comes from loyalty program?
70% of our business is coming from loyalty.
Oh, the numbers are such big.
Yeah.
Okay, so to maintain the loyalty program, so what all activities is essential to do? Like for example, let's say ki if I'm getting, like just a small point, if I'm getting a mail from Shoppers Stop on my birthday, you can say any occasion, it makes me feel personal, like अरे इसको याद था करके. So does that comes under loyalty program?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right from the enrollment, engagement, interaction, upgrading you. So there are multiple tiers in the loyalty program. There is a silver tier, there's a gold, platinum, black, based on where are you, what are you consuming, how can I make you. We do a exclusive day every month only for loyalty program. When they come, there are other offers which is only for them. Similarly, during end of season sale, there is a FCC preview which happens. So sale starts 2 days before the normal customer for them, even for the season launch.
Okay.
Even if we are doing, there are a lot of offers we will do only for them. It's not available for the other customers.
Okay.
So you make that customer feel that the brand is interested in you, and it's a relationship building. So, and that's where the customer will actually create. So one stage is customer become loyal. The next stage is the customer becomes advocate for you, and then start spreading a word of mouth saying that you should go to this brand. Now that's the ultimate stage for a brand, to get the customer to.
So what is the company doing to get more people to become loyal? Because as you said that 70% is business driven by loyalty customers. So how are you getting people to get loyal to you?
So see, we are not getting people to do loyal to us, to be very honest. We are exhibiting reasons for them to create a value. So if you are a black card customer, we have something called as a personal shopper.
Okay.
You actually call the personal shopper saying that I am going to come to the store, I want to attend a wedding, or I want to attend a engagement.
Okay.
He or she will get you the garments out.
Okay.
Keep it. We have a personal lounge where you can go and sit and you will be shown the garments. So you don't need to really go across the store because you are short on time. Okay. Similarly, we have co-branded credit cards like SDFC, Axis. Okay, so they get benefit out of that. We do tie-ups. Okay, so there are multiple reasons. We do almost 1400 plus events for black card customers in the store,
Oh,
whether it is
big number.
about so we do a workshop called horology workshop,
Okay.
that how to select a right watch for yourself, how to make a fragrance for yourself, a beauty workshop, we do mixology, which is about cocktail making. So we do multiple things for them. So this is
Okay.
not a program where I interact with you, okay, please come and buy.
Okay.
It's not that way.
Okay.
It is a part of your life. We know that our customer wants to do a styling workshop. We just did a styling workshop in Gurgaon, in one of our up store, Tapasya, where we had a very known designer, we had Mark Robinson, we had a very famous supermodel, all three of them spending time one-on-one with 50 customers who are FCC Black Card customer. Now that customer will never get to meet all of the three of them, okay, even if he has every
Right.
aspect of. So our objective is to get them an experience which money can't buy.
Okay.
Whether it is a ticket to a concert, whether it is ticket to an IPL match, whether it is a a meet and greet or a financial advisory workshop, that's what we end up doing, so that they really feel. We do fashion shows. So let's say we launched a property called India Weds with Shoppers Stop. We actually called the customers to witness the fashion show. They were invited.
Okay.
Okay. So they know there is a high tea for them. So they feel that see, it's a relation building exercise. And that's where people will come to you and people will appreciate what you're doing.
Got it. So while planning all of these activities, when it comes to loyalty, when it comes to other cross-channel platform, everything, how do you plan performance marketing, wherein you are aligning everything to performance marketing, wherein you are segregating online channel, offline channel, market distribution, everything? How does that go exactly?
See, the role of performance marketing is to identify your core consumer or more look-alike. So if I have these 5 customers or 5 personas of the brand, I need more look-alike of that from the open market.
Alright.
Okay. So brand building is integrated in performance marketing.
Okay.
You cannot do it in isolation. Okay. And that's where your organic seeding will happen and your SEO and multiple things will come in the play. So you know that, okay, I as a brand, and I'm just taking an example. For me, iOS users are more important than Android.
Okay.
Okay. So my performance marketing will be more towards that. Similarly, for me, the equivalent of a loyalty in offline, okay, in online space is app. For me, app, someone giving you a virtual space on your mobile to download your app is a loyal customer.
Okay.
Okay. So I treat the app guy as a loyal customer.
Okay.
There we do a lot of CLM journeys. So we have CLM journeys where we know that if this customer has bought this, there are multiple journeys and it starts from T-7 till T-30.
Okay.
That there are multiple things which will happen. One, obviously, of the product which you have bought, is there an augmentation which I can do? So let's say you bought a black shirt.
Okay.
I will say that there's a jacket available of a blue jacket which is available, which will go with your choice.
Okay.
So the guy knows that we are adding value. And then there will be a time where we will give them an offer or something. But it all starts with augmentation.
Okay.
So app plays a very important role in the online space. Performance marketing is more towards downloading the app.
Okay.
Performance marketing is more towards promoting the newer brands which are exclusively with Shoppers Stop.
So the key KPI is downloading the apps.
Key KPI is downloading the app and
Okay.
getting the traffic on the app.
Okay.
And that's one of the key thing, that we need at least 65 to 70% of our traffic on the app
Acha.
and not on the website. Yeah.
So like when it comes to app and traffic comparison, like is there any difference? Like someone who is going with an app is having more probability purchasing a thing.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is almost 2 times more.
Is
in
it because
terms
of the experience? Is it because of UI UX?
No, it is also because of the UI UX. I don't think it's about the UI UX. It's about the type of curation which happens when you download an app. See, when you're on an app, you have downloaded an app, your reaction and the quality of people who are on the app in terms of the stickiness with the brand is far higher.
Acha. Okay. So when you say that you plan a performance marketing, or you can say the entire marketing plan, what all platforms do you include, such as Google, Facebook? What all platforms are included?
See, I think platforms are common for everyone.
Okay.
What we are actually working on is the what type of creative or information should be feeded to a customer who is new to Shopper Stop vis-a-vis someone who we are retargeting.
Okay.
Okay, someone who we are retargeting based on, and what we have done now is that we have actually gone the GTM route. So we know that in this month there are 5 GTMs which we want to activate. Now let's say India Weds with Shopper Stop, Singles Day, Black Friday. These are the 4 GTMs.
Okay.
Now for each one of them there is a different type of persona required.
Right.
Okay, so if a Black Friday, it is driven by beauty. So someone who's consuming beauty becomes my core TG.
Right.
Whereas India Weds with Shopper Stop is a completely different TG. So how do you, that will be Indian wear, that will be blazers and so on and so on. So based on that, all the 4 campaigns have been plugged in with different money. Okay, they have been given the weightage based on the revenue which they are going to drive. So that's the way it works actually. So the platform remains the same,
Okay.
but the TG you are targeting and the communication which is happening is different.
So while planning the communication and while planning the GTM, so first of all, what is GTM to all the users?
Yeah. So I think GTM is a word used, which is a go-to-market strategy, which also means that it is not only a marketing initiative, it is plugged in right from the creative to the product available, to the communication, to the offer, to the store, to the channel, to the app. Everywhere it's seamlessly done. Okay, and that's where the GTM piece comes in the play.
Right. So now when you're planning the entire GTM, now you see that everyone is consuming content. So they want more videos, they want it more engaging, and influencers are something I bang upon. So how Shopper Stop is using videos and you can say influencers collaborating with performance marketing?
So I think influencers are very important because of the relatability content which they create. So we are engaging with influencers not only at a micro but also at a nano level. Okay, so that we have multiple levels of content happening. We realize that the biggest strength of the influencer is to connect with the customer with the local appropriation, and that really helps us a lot. Okay, and then on the other end there is a influencer which creates imagery. Okay, so both is always on, so when I'm doing a campaign, let's say for Onam, okay, I need to connect with the person in Kerala or a Malayali anywhere in the country. I need to go into that content and build that up. I cannot just leave it by saying happy Onam, So similarly for a Holi and similarly for a Christmas or a Pujo. So it's become very important that influencers actually helps the brand to interpret the same conversation but more regional and more
Local level.
I would not say local, but affinity driven.
Okay.
Much more affinity, higher affinity than that. Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to collaborating with influencers also, how you plan your entire content as a strategy? Because content plays a very important role when it comes to choosing up a right influencer. And again, choosing a right influencer is also a major task. We need to understand what their exact audience are, what is their persona. So how do you plan that? Like, do you have a team for that?
So we have a team for that, which is full-fledgedly doing this. We have an agency in place, which does that. Okay, but just to give you that, we are more in a persona space.
Okay,
we are not into an individual space. Now, what I meant is that we are looking for people who are talking about lifestyle, but not Mr. X only. So we are not really dependent on one individual, to reach out to people in Ludhiana. Okay, we will connect with 5 people who are in this space.
Okay.
Based on the affinity, based on the organic content, we leave it. And when we take influencers, we don't take them to post our content.
Okay.
We actually engage them with the script and they do their content.
Noted.
Okay.
Okay.
We don't give them our content to post because that doesn't work.
Right.
So their skin is not in the game, and it doesn't helps them or nor helps us. So for us, they do the content, they engage it, whereas our content, what is going in, that's used through our handle, through our loyalty program,
Okay.
to drive it.
Noted. So now you also mentioned that you plan a lot of content and you can say you plan your entire video accordingly. So what is like, do you plan every content according to the category? Because in our first question, we discussed that for every category, we are planning a separate strategy. So do you plan strategy according to that or like
So
how that
we
goes?
plan content through GTM.
Proper GTM.
Through the GTM. So
Okay.
India Weds with Shopper Stop will have X pieces of content.
Okay.
It will target Western wear. It will target, let's say, cocktail dinner. It will target haldi. It will target so, and based on that, the categories will come in the play. But GTM is where the content gets created.
Got it. So basically, I do a lot of real estate marketing. So in real estate marketing, usually have two type of marketing. One is your launch, and one is sustenance. Launch is when a product is getting built. You need to have good number of sales. You just collaborate with a number of channel partners. And sustenance is where the majority of the inventory is sold. Now it's just like कि महीने में एक दो inventory गया तो चलेगा. So do you have something like that wherein a month, like for example, hypothetically, from June to July is a month, basically people usually don't do shopping. So do you have such month, and if yes, what type of marketing do you plan on that, like any seasonal or non-seasonal?
See, actually, we want people to shop every day.
Okay.
So there is no such month where people don't shop.
Okay.
Okay. And we don't want that to happen. So just to give you, in October we had Diwali. In November we had India Weds with Shopper Stop. Now we are celebrating Black Friday. In some time, the end of season sale will start. Then the gift of love, which is the Valentine Day campaign, will start. Then Women's Day will start. So then the summer will happen. The travel will happen. So we believe that people are buying and consuming every time. How are we able to being relevant is extremely important.
Okay.
Okay. And that's the task on hand. So that's what we actually work on.
So I was working with a brand wherein they are basically into selling into apparels and everything. So I used to understand one thing. Whenever there is an EOS sales in Flipkart or Amazon, we usually reduce our spends in Facebook. So does that impact on Shopper Stop as well if there is an EOS sales in cross platform, or if you're planning any EOS sales, how do you plan it?
You see, I'll tell you, honestly speaking, EOS is a time where things move more from a pull strategy than a push strategy.
Okay.
Okay. There is a customer out there, and we acquire maximum new customers during USS.
Right.
And people go one brand up when they are consuming during USS. So if you are consuming a X brand, in the USS you go X plus one.
Right.
You go up the
Right.
ladder
Yeah.
because of the affordability angle which comes in. Okay. So for us, it's not about planning for USS. See, new customer acquisition is an always on strategy for us. Okay. And GTMs are done for new customer acquisition. In fact, during USS, the idea is to how do you make them shop more? How do you make them shop newer categories? How do you make them shop newer brands? That's where the USS focus is more higher.
Okay. So whenever there is an EOS sales, now I'm talking in perspective of online. So let's say if I'm doing a marketing for a D2C company, or you can say any of the e-com company. So if there is any EOS sales happening in Flipkart, let's say, then what usually we do is that we usually reduce our budget across platforms. Okay. So because we know people will be drafted to the other platform. So if there is any EOS sales happening in online, does that impact offline channel?
See, honestly, no.
No. Okay.
And as I told you, people are very, very clear. People are extremely clear that I only buy brands which I like.
Okay.
Whether you give me 70% off, you do a flash sale, you do buy to get two, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
If I don't want the brand, I'm not going to buy.
Right.
If I don't want that category, I'm not going to buy.
Right.
Okay. So this whole thing of that I will give an offer and anybody will buy anything doesn't work. Okay. As I told you at the beginning also, there are categories which are replenishment. There are categories where it's low stake or it is well defined. So I want to buy a brand X, waist 32, slim fit, or I want to buy a denim, this model, this fit, then I just go and buy it on an. But if I want to see what is the look I want to do for a conference, online is not the space.
Right.
Okay. So the point I'm trying to say is that they are mutual. If you ask me, online is an extension of offline. It is not competing with offline.
Okay.
Okay. It is in fact thanks to the online that the consumption, the wardrobe size, and the number of categories which an individual is consuming
Is increasing.
is doubled.
Oh, okay.
It's doubled. There was no difference between a athleisure and a jogging track and the garment which you wear in the gym. But today you have multiple garments for each of the
Right.
occasion.
Right.
Okay. So I think online has done a fabulous job of educating people about categories, which brick and mortar was not able to do.
Right.
You know, and because people were coming and just buying, but here you are consuming so much of content. You're watching a influencer, a celeb. This is my airport look. This is my grocery look. This is my brunch look. All this is thanks to online, and it is helping all of us.
I think so. Majority of the online shopping happens from tier 1 cities. So when it comes to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, I think fashion and you can say retail is something which is unexplored as of now. Or is it? What do you think?
See, no, actually,
No?
India is a story of the top 7%, 8% consuming 60-70% of the consumption story is
Right.
based on 6 to 10% of the top population. It is not like everybody is consuming. So whether it is an online player or a brick and mortar, okay, most of their business, irrespective of the brand, almost 50% of the business is coming from the top 5 cities.
Right.
Okay. After that, there is an trust factor. There is the category in which you operate. Okay. All makes a difference whether you can be consumed through e-commerce, whether you can be consumed through brick and mortar.
Okay.
So it is not like brick and mortar is fueling tier 2, tier 3. But yes, most of the brands, most of the brick and mortar brands, wherever the expansion is happening, it is all tier 2 and tier 3. Because tier 1 is,
Saturated.
footprint is good enough to
Oh.
take care of the customer.
Okay. So do you think tier 2 and tier 3 is having the same consumption pattern what tier 1 is having?
Absolutely. In
Is
fact,
it? Okay.
See, please understand, the same Bollywood, the same OTT, the same consumption of content, whether it is through Meta, whether it is through Google or YouTube, everything is going to the same audience.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So there is no differentiation as such. The disposable income is a differentiation.
Right.
Okay. The occasion to consume is a differentiation. So maybe a guy in a metro might need 3 blazers, whereas a guy in a tier 3 might need 1. That could be the differentiation. He is very well aware there is a brand called X and there is a brand called Y.
Okay.
Okay. They are, and the only thing is that the bottom of the, in a tier 1, every third person will consume X amount, in that case it's the top 1%, 2%. So in a city like Bombay, 50% of the people will consume this category or apparel category. Okay, whereas in there it will be 10% who will be consuming a branded category.
Okay.
So that the population will be less, the absolute number will be less, but disposable income, the brand choice, very much similar.
Okay. So consumption is happening over there also.
If you are in Alappuzha,
Okay.
just for example, Alappuzha sells similar number of iPhones.
Yeah.
Okay, but will be on EMI.
Got it. Okay.
Or you are in a Vizag. Okay, you will have 10,000 people. I'm just giving you an example. 10,000 people who are capable of consuming a Armani or a G-Star, whereas in Bombay it will be 1 lakh.
Okay.
That is the only difference.
Okay.
Otherwise,
The volume is different.
the volume is different. Otherwise, their perception, styling behavior is very much similar
Okay.
because they are consuming the same content.
Okay.
They're consuming the same content, they're consuming the same aspiration video, everything is same. And now with these influencers going and talking in their own language, okay, it's becoming more and more democratized.
Now, in this entire conversation, we had this two things. One is influencer and one is celebrities. So, like 5 years down the line, what do you think? Like previously, when we see a manure ad, we can say any XYZ brand ad, they used to opt for celebrities. Now they are opting for influencers, micro influencers. So, what is your take on that? Like, what is
See,
more feasible?
It's actually based on what life cycle is the brand in.
Okay.
If I am a brand X who nobody knows about,
Okay.
and I want to make an impact, then celebrity works.
Okay.
But if I am a brand which people know about, but I need to give them more reasons to connect with me, and the frequency is very higher, and I need multiple reasons, then influencer works.
Okay.
So it's like the reason which the brand is actually looking to address makes more important, whether it's celebrity or influencer.
Got it. So in this entire podcast, I got an understanding, because before coming to this podcast, I was having this assumption that people are usually someone who purchase it online and see it offline. That is something. But after seeing all these numbers, I understood that people are also buying offline, and they are buying more offline.
They are consuming a large amount of offline. The number of stores opening up, okay, and the more premium, the more discerning, offline becomes more and more important.
Okay.
The more replenishment, the more everyday, online becomes more and more important.
Okay, that's so. Someone, let's say, now getting into the part of learning. Someone who is watching this podcast, whose age is, let's say, somewhere between 20 to 25, who wants to get into marketing but is confused, like, what do I need to study? How I need to plan my career? So how do you see this, like 5 years forecast from now?
See, I feel marketing is about understanding the customer. Okay, and that will define the skills and the quality which a marketeer has. And with so much of data getting generated through social media, through loyalty programs, through transactions in the store, okay, I think analytics, the skill set of an analytics to understand data becomes extremely important. Okay, because if you don't understand the problem, it doesn't matter whether the solution is right or wrong. Okay, so for understanding the problem, you need to understand either the software aspect of the customer, which is, let's say, consumer psychology, or something which is driven with numbers. So for me, these are the two paths to get into it. Either the hard coding, decoding of the customer, which for that also you need to know the data. So for this whole understanding of data analytics is becoming extremely important. And then technology, because the customer has become technology savvy, and the number of use cases and the way people are consuming. I was surprised yesterday. I met someone in Nagpur. I was in Nagpur yesterday. He has a news channel in Nagpur on Instagram, okay, which has 5,000 people reading news every day on Instagram.
Okay.
And he was telling me his job is to take all the top 3 newspaper first thing in the morning and create snackable content on Instagram so that people can read it. Okay. So he takes the newspaper, makes the content, takes photographs and posts it on Instagram, and people are reading. And I was zapped. Okay. That people are using news, reading news on Instagram
also.
Yeah. So I think the application will keep on evolving. So technology understanding becomes extremely important.
Someone who understands the data.
Someone who understands the data and leverages technology to deploy it.
Because 5 years, you can say 3 years down the line, you can say 5 years down the line, platform, I don't think so would be a consideration. Like platform is the same, like Facebook, Google, and Taboola. You can take any platform. Someone who can understand the data, someone who can take decision on basis of that would be more important.
Yeah.
I think so. That is something what we need to look
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
And I think so. 2 years before, what people was considering digital marketing was how to run Facebook ads, how to run Google ads. Now, if you see after all the updates, running a Facebook ad and running a Google ad is very much easy. Now, to understand the data and to take decision on that data is very important.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of the work will be driven through algos and AI will come in the picture. Anything which is recurring and repetitive, I think technology will take it out, and technology will do a far better job than the human.
Huh.
Okay. Anything which has interpretation, assimilation, inferences is where the human work will become more and more important.
Does that mean one should learn data science?
You see, I feel that one should, this whole thing of marketing guy doesn't need to know about data or is a creative guy. I think it's a myth.
Okay.
You are doing marketing for a business. Business is about making profitability, creating value for stakeholders, whether it is a customer, whether it is a promoter, stakeholders, shareholders, okay, loyalty. So you need to know the essence of where to invest, what are people trying to do. Because if you are just going to come with ideas and ideas and ideas, and I always say that the difference between a good idea and a bad idea is execution.
Right.
If you don't know what to do with an idea, you can actually, be very unhappy about yourself because you don't know why. So the most critical thing for one is to understand the problem.
Okay.
And how to understand the problem. The understanding the problem is by understanding what the customer is saying. That's where the customer insighting comes in the place. Or what is the data saying? Okay, if 5 lakh people are behaving in this manner, it says that this is the flow or the funnel which the people will consume.
Right.
Okay. And to understand, then you define the problem and then you use the creative side to solve it.
Okay.
Okay. But if you don't define the problem and you just keep on trying multiple new creative, you're only postponing the disaster. You're not
Right.
really solving it.
Got it. I think so. This was really an insightful session wherein we understood how a consumer behaves, how retail space goes when it comes to marketing and everything. So I have just planned a small rapid fire question for, so like just go about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So one is fashion in marketing world in one word.
So the God mindset, I say,
Okay.
where do you generate, operate, and destruct?
Got it. Gen Z or millennials, who is harder to market?
Gen Z, because it is evolving.
Okay. One marketing trend that is overrated.
I think one marketing trend which is overrated is this hyper personalization.
Okay.
I think it's getting slightly overrated.
One marketing trend that you will actually stay, which you feel which are
I think content, commerce, and community, that whole 3 flying wheel, it is going to become more and more important.
offline store or online website, where does real influence happen?
See, they are complementing.
Huh?
Okay. They are complementing each other.
One platform.
I would say online the influence is far higher.
Got it. One skill every student must learn ASAP.
Analytics. You
Data
need to understand, you need to make sense of data, otherwise you'll not be able to do anything.
If you could measure one metric in the entire fashion retail as an industry, what it would be?
So whether it is fashion retail or any industry, I would give one metric is the loyalty contribution and the churn rate of the loyalty customer.
Okay.
Because if these two are something which you are able to keep in control, I think you're doing a wonderful job.
Got it. The toughest customer to convince, kids, parents, or Gen Z?
Honestly, I don't see the toughest as such, but kids, because you are actually not directly talking to them,
They're not the decision maker.
Yeah, you're not they are influencing, they have the passive power, but they are not directly taking. So it takes time. There's an energy which goes there. Yeah.
If not marketing, which career would you be in today?
I sleep, maybe in consumer psychology or in, something to do with, I think consumer psychology is something which I would.
Got it.
Okay.
So we really had an insightful podcast. I hope my viewers get all the insights from this. And thank you very much again for joining us, Jatin.
Thanks for having me. It was really nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.